Hey you guys, this is Cherry Blossoms, and welcome back to Autumn's Journey. So here's the next episode, and I believe it's chapter 6. So, here we go. Now this is a real cave. Oh wow, that's really loud. Droplets of water echoed in the puddles as we walked carefully through the cavern. Kara led the way happily. You sure? It looks like the last one we were in. Are you kidding? There's more tunnels. Sediments are mostly limestone, and the roof is higher. Leave it to an earth dragon to know its surroundings. I like underwater caves. They make great layers. Ilmari sounded cheery as well. The numerous branching tunnels made me nervous, but my companions seemed unfazed by it all. I don't get it. It seems like you know where you're going. Dragon intuition? Kara groaned, and Ilmari shot me a penitent look. We actually came here earlier, thanks to a Heavenkind's help. Sorry about the noise. The dog's getting really noisy. So much for that promise not to wander off. I know, but Kara was determined, and I didn't want him to let him out of my sight. However, Master Bedros wishes for him to be accompanied by a Heavenkind at each altar to prove he's not going straight from one cave to the other. And not just any Heavenkind, but one that has been there with him the whole time. Wouldn't your word be good enough, Ilmari? You're overseeing the whole thing. He shifted nervously. No. It sounds like you have no influence here. Something like that. I arched an eyebrow dubiously, but before I could question further, Kara announced that we had arrived. Wait, one sec. Sorry, he was dragging a bone across the wood floor, so it's like, oh gosh. There's a small carved statue of an earth dragon set on a block. Kara gestured accusingly at it before turning to me. They even try to make impressive ones. Think we would be pleased by this? A life-size one would be more worthy. Go humbly beg for his forgiveness. I gave him a gentle shove and stuck out my tongue. He glared, but his usual intensity had diminished somewhat. I was planning to remain where I was apart, but I saw Ilmari retreat to give Kara some space. Not staying? No, I don't want to feel like I'm eavesdropping on a private conversation. One second, the voices are very soft, so I want to make the voices a little bit louder. Oh no! Oh no! Whatever. It doesn't seem personal to me, and you can only hear Kara speak. That did not convince Ilmari, and he merely kept walking back until he had vanished around the bend. Maybe Ilmari had a point. As I turned, hey, where do you think you're going? To give you some privacy? Did you forget already? You have to stay. You're Heavenkind. Right. I shifted my weight until I felt comfortable. I kept my arms behind my back as I watched Kara kneel down and then closed his eyes to focus. Moments later, his ears perked up. Yes, she is here now. So picky. Yeah, we left, Barry, and helped something called a carriage to get to Oliver. We were attacked. Heavenkind fists are pretty useful. I covered my mouth as I smirked at the comment. From there, Kara chronicled the sights and sounds of the plaza. Heavenkind like to pretend to do things they can't actually do for the sake of people clapping. They're driven to perform odd things, like eating fire. Is that even edible? He also mentioned the presence of other dragon kind. He concluded his account, and after a few minutes stood up. He placed one hand on his hip, and he stared at the statue, deep in thought. When I was sure that the conversation was over, I approached him and leaned in. Is that everything? Yeah. Did he say how many altars to visit afterwards? Thankfully, there's only a few left, and there's many around Oliver. So, I'll leave it in your hands to get some interesting night quests. You can count on me. And I still owe you a visit to the marketplace. We can restock on some supplies. Yay. We rejoined Ilmari and returned to the bustling market of Central Oliver. What I thought would only take up the morning ended up going straight through mid-afternoon, given how much we explored all the various shops and stalls. At the end, I was pretty much haggard. I slumped down on the bench between my companions, blankly gazing at the sky. It's like babysitting kids, overgrown kids. Oh my gosh, Ilmari. Ilmari was happily clutching a small glass balloon bubble. He held it up, and its transparent blue surface shimmered like waves in the sunlight. I still can't believe you bought me this. Never had anything Ren'Py made before. How could I not? You're making that face. Oh my gosh. This one? His expression changed, assuming the epitome of sweetness and innocence that had crumbled my defenses before. Yes, that one. Maybe he wasn't so sweet and innocent if he was using that face to his advantage. Oh. Kara was nonchalantly stuffing his own face with various desserts and pastries. I placed a hand over my forehead before sliding it down to my chin in aggravation. I said eat a few, not all of them. At least we found something he liked. I'd prefer it if it was something that wouldn't give him a sugar rush. Kara pursed his lips, but said nothing, since he was still preoccupied with chewing. Now that we were all settled, I stood up and stretched. Argent Valeray on my mind. I'm going to check the guild and see if there's any postings I can accept for tomorrow. Get something to do with fighting. I'd prefer it if it was a more peaceful one. I'll see what I can do. I doubt I could find one that'll please you both. I gave them a quick wave, intending not to take as long as I headed for the guild. Inside the headquarters, I surveyed the giant board, hoping to find something that would catch my eye. Which one? Okay. So these, I'm pretty sure, do matter. So I have to choose ones that Ilmari would like. So, one of them would be this, the Go Fishing. I never had a patience for fishing, and the task nearly took us all day. While Ilmari was watching the bait, Kara thought it would be hilarious to push him into the river. Oh my gosh, look at that. We learned that Ilmari couldn't swim in his Ren'Py form, and Kara learned how far Ilmari's neck can extend from shore when he's in dragon form. Oh my gosh. Ilmari decided it was faster if he just found the fish on his own. I had to shout at him not to bother the boats, though. He seemed to enjoy this mission a lot. Okay. Okay, this is another one. Oh, look, it's Ilmari. Ren'Py seem to possess an immense knowledge about plants, nearly rivaling our own. So cute. We were able to find the required herbs easily. Until Kara taunted some wolves. Sometimes I can't decide who loves the thrill of battle more, Aurelie or Kara. They got into a fight over who defeated the most beasts afterwards, too. I really had fun, though. It's rare that I get to walk around and see the land flora. We've lost for to save chickens. This mission was a rather simple and boring one. All we had to do was mend some holes in the fence that the farmer overlooked. Ilmari was captivated by the chickens, though. He wouldn't stop following them and pestered the tiny yellow things even more. Ara warned him repeatedly, and Ilmari learned that if one annoyed the chickens long enough, they would gang up on you. It was nice to see his curiosity get him into trouble. Ren'Py sure keeps a lot of animals for food and clothing products. Ara accidentally slipped out something about the sport of cow tipping, and I immediately tried it out. We didn't get our egg reward after that. I guess rescue mission? Aurelie immediately jumped on this one, thinking it was a crucial quest. She was disappointed when it turned out to be a child missing a cat, but was determined to help no matter how big or small the task. We looked all over Oliver and found the cat stuck in a tree, which Kara easily retrieved. Oh, just as I was about to assume that he was secretly an animal lover at heart, scratched him and he returned it to the tree. Aurelie ended up saving the cat since Kara refused to go near it again. The child was happy to get its pet back. That's funny. I find Ren'Py attachment to their pets rather fascinating. Cool. I think that's good. If not, then I'll just fix it later. No big deal. I stood in front of the board, scanning various job postings as usual. Kara and Ilmari were standing behind me, also examining the board. Although they were probably trying to assist me, I know that there would be no actual help. Neither of them could read, and Kara simply picked up postings on a whim. What about this one? That's a battle tournament. I'm not doing it. A shame. It sounds rather entertaining. What about this one? I tapped the one beside the first posting he just suggested. I glanced and noticed that the writing was identical, save for an additional request We had another tournament participant at the bottom. It's the same one. No, it's not. This is a different one. Anyway, some pickings this week. Oh, there's another herb gathering one. Kara groaned and looked at me resentfully. I don't mind those too much. Well, until you ran into that pack of wolves during the last one. Can we do something more within town? True, let's do that, Ilmari. Okay, I choose this one, and no objections. What is it? Delivering some donated books to the library. Just had to pick them up first. Ah, books. You don't like those. I wouldn't say I dislike them, just I've never been a big reader. Anyway, I'll just let the receptionist know and we'll be on our way. Kara shrugged apathetically. I'll pass on this one. Suit yourself, you're simply prolonging your being stuck in heavenkind form. Ilmari, let's go. I think it'll be a nice trip for us, at least. Kara, I trust you'll be fine on your own? He scoffed and tapped his hip crossly. Yes, I've been an Oliver long enough. I'm not a hatchling. Take care then. We'll see you later. Okay, so it looks like it was fine because we still got Ilmari. Ilmari's part of this. Because here it splits up, so you could either go with Kara or Ilmari, depending on who has more hearts with you, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. After I notified the receptionist, we soon arrived at a pickup location for the donations. An elderly woman with a cage gestured to a wagon full of books in various conditions, and I thanked her as I wheeled it out into the street. I paused when I noticed Ilmari hovering by the pile, reaching out a hand as if he wanted to examine one. I gave him a nod, and he furiously opened the book, then turned it around multiple times as he peered at the writing. Oh, how do these things work anyways? Whenever you decide on a job posting, it's as if all the information is magically linked to you and you gain the knowledge. Are these some sort of spells? I laughed and shook my head. No, it's nothing that amazing. If you want to know how to read, you can understand what's written. If you want, I can teach you. Oh, really? He hugged the book close and beamed cleanly. Oh my gosh. I'd like that. Come on, I think you'll love the library. It's full of these things. Oh yeah, but you're not allowed to talk inside, so I'll have to be quiet. His face fell. Oh, I'll probably have a lot of questions. Inside the library, even I stood agape beside Ilmari. I'd never seen so many rows upon endless rows of endless shelves in one building before. Sensing Ilmari's eagerness to explore the library, I delivered the wagon to the receptionist as swiftly as I could. Once I received the slip stating that I had completed the errand, I quickened my pace and followed Ilmari. He grinned as we walked side by side down one of the aisles. As I scanned some of the titles, I realized that we were in the history section. Ilmari looked ready to burst with a million questions, and as I recalled what I said earlier. You can talk, just in a soft voice. He appeared relieved and exhaled deeply. It looks like anyone is allowed into the library. Yeah, anyone can enter and borrow some books. Borrow? You can take a book, but you have to return it to the library since it's theirs. That way, more people can enjoy reading the same book later. Aww. Maury's eyes lit up and he started pulling random books off the shelves. I extended a hand to stop him. Just a few. You can only take a few. Oh. He picked one out and I led him to one of the tables. After we sat down, he opened the book in the middle, pushed it between us, and beamed at me expectantly. Can you read this to me? Oh, it's so cute. Sure. Let's see. This covered agriculture. Boring. With gradual accumulation of investment in technical amelioration. As I stammered over the more difficult words, Ilmari poked at the page in disenchantment. Oh no, it's so sad. You can't read it either? His disappointed face was utterly heart-rending, and I felt like I'd failed him. I shot up from my chair fervently. I can! Immediately receiving a wave of hushes, I lowered my voice and sat down in chagrin. It's just, you picked a high-level book. I would need a dictionary to understand this confusing mess. What's a dictionary? It's, a book that explains what a word means and how to pronounce it. Ah, that sounds like it would be useful. If I could read it. Will you read that to me instead? I don't know if I'd want to read an entire dictionary. Oh no. Seeing Ilmari's face falter, caused me to rethink my answer, and I scrambled for an alternative. If you want, I can pick out a book aimed at people learning to read, along with a dictionary to help you. It'll be easier. That seemed to cheer him up. Instead of picking historical books, I settled for a children's book full of beautiful illustrations that contained tales of knights, curses, epic journeys, and true love, and more knights. Ilmari. I showed him the cover, and Ilmari's eyes lowered at the image of the majestic knight. He gave me a meaningful smile. Of course. What? There's other stuff in the book, too. He chuckled but nodded at the selection. After I checked out a fairy tale book and a dictionary, we headed out to the garden outside of the Arch and Valerie Guild and plopped down on one of the benches. Aw, so cute. Okay. Brushing some autumn leaves away, we settled against the seat. I tucked my knees to the side while Ilmari sat beside me and supported the book. I leaned in so I could extend a hand to indicate which word I was sounding out. Ilmari carefully held the book in place. The Night and the Ill-Fated Forest. Once upon a time. Fortunately, many of the stories were short and sweet, with repetitive words that Ilmari soon began to pick up and comprehend on his own. The accompanying illustrations helped clarifying objects or items that he was not familiar with. A kiss of true love broke the spell, and they lived happily ever after. Ilmari's fingers brushed the image of the two lovers in a sweet embrace. Is this something only expressed by people in love? Kissing? And can it really break spells? I laughed. No, kissing doesn't do anything magical like that. It's just an intimate gesture that has a lot of positive meanings associated with it. So stories like to use it symbolically. What about friends and family members? Do they kiss too? I scratched the back of my head, puzzling over how to answer. Maybe not on the lips, but they'll kiss on the cheek or forehead. I could feel my cheeks grow warm as I wondered how to divert the conversation. I wasn't even sure if my answer was correct. It was from what I'd learned. From what I'd observed growing up in Barry. My eyes started to close book beside my knees. Oh, look, a dictionary. We completely forgot about this. The first book was pretty short, so I think I'll have enough energy for this. Absent-mindedly rubbed one eye and opened the dictionary to the first page. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Why is the definition for A so long? It's one letter. At least it'll be an easy word for me to remember. Okay, then A used to refer... lava. Soon Ilmari was supporting me while I droned on, my head nodding off and eyes drooping. He covered my mouth and muffled a yawn. Oh, I cannot speak. Aww. When I came to, I blinked and felt something rolling against my side and shoulder. My head was nestled against someone. I quickly glanced up. Ilmari was gazing down at the fairy tale book, but glanced at me when he felt me stirring. I sat up, rubbing my face. I gave us some distance, but was close enough that my elbow still grazed the sleeve. Did I fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, it's fine. I didn't mind. I hope I didn't wake you. I tried not to move so much. Shyly, he fiddled the corner of the paper. No, I woke up normally. Were you attempting to read the whole time? Yeah, at best, though, I can only recognize Once Upon a Time and They Lived Happily Ever After. He grinned and I chuckled, glancing down at the illustration of the knight fighting a monstrous wolf. I muffled a yawn, fighting off my sleepiness. Yes, if you're still tired, you can remain here. You sure? I don't want to impose on or bother you. You won't, honest. Oh. A blush crept up his cheeks and he leaned in, his forehead nudging against mine tenderly. The gesture confused me, but I reckoned it was something done between dragonkind and did not comment. And it is something done between dragonkind. You learn in Kara's story that forehead touching is sort of... It's almost like a hug, you know? So, between friends, good friends. Did not comment. I leaned against him again, allowing my head to rest on his shoulder. He was so warm and comforting. It reminded me of the first time we were shoulder to shoulder back in Barry. It was different now, though. It felt more caring and familiar, like it was right for him to be by my side. If you say so. Thanks, Ilmari. I lazily listened to him half mumble out some words as he read aloud, and eventually fell asleep once again. So cute. Aww, wasn't that adorable, you guys? Chapter 7, The Bonds We Share. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed that, and yeah, so just, I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks for watching once again, and that's all, so goodbye!